Ready? 1, 2, 3. Live. All right, boys. I normally decide on how many videos I'm gonna do. Kind of just depending on how much time I got and what's in the news. So I've got quite a few today. I haven't decided how many stories that's gonna equate to because I mean you never know what's gonna happen. A lot of my stories come up just in the day. I wake up having one or two ideas already, and then I just check the news and I'll do my research on all of them as I go, and that's my plan. So today I've got at least I'm aiming for 6 or 7 though videos today, and how many I do entirely depends on how much time I've got. So I guess let's just get right into it. This is gonna be this one is on a new interview by Miss Hillary Clinton. This is a kind of a short thing. It doesn't have. There's not a whole. I'm not gonna read a whole interview to you guys, but it's very interesting. Clinton suggests Russians might support Gabbard as a third-party candidate. Now, I know you guys watched my previous video on Miss Gabbard and the similar criticisms people had for her, and just a lot of stupid propaganda crap. But this is a newer one from Miss Hillary Clinton where she was interviewed by Mr. David, I don't even know how to say his last name, Plouffe, I don't know. But it's Mr. Obama's former campaign manager. And she didn't have some good words for him. For starters, the former Democratic presidential candidate suggested that Russia had compromising information or compromise on Trump. That's not the story, but that's a little beginning of this. Clinton also said she thought Jill Stein, the Green Party's 2016 presidential nominee, was a Russian asset. Yeah, she's a Russian asset. I mean, totally. They know they can't win without a third-party candidate, so I don't know who it's going to be, but I will guarantee you that they will have a vigorous third-party challenge in the key states that are most needed. This is some propaganda bullcrap, and this is the worst kind too. If there's one thing I will rag on every single video if I get the chance, it's the stupid two-party system and crap like this. Like you're just going down on a third-party challenge because it's gonna hurt if the Green Party is gonna hurt the voting of anybody, and which this whole article and this whole criticism is about what this is. It's because it's going to hurt Democrat votes. The Green Party, if they take votes from anybody, it's Democrats. So she's just saying that Russians are going to support the Green Party or any third-party candidate because it will take votes away from Miss Clinton. And notice how she doesn't mention libertarian parties because libertarians aren't going to take Democrat votes away normally. I mean, they will sometimes. There are much more Democratic leaning or liberal leaning libertarians out there, but normally it's more of a right thing. Just in America, even though you would think it goes both ways, but I mean they're a small percentage either way. But she also says later in this article that it's because Ms. Gabbard said she might do a third party kind of run if she gets snubbed out of the Democratic primary, which, I mean, any big politician says this kind of crap every time that somebody wants to break off and do their own thing. They had for a long time they were saying that's what Trump would do. They're like, Trump's never gonna win. There's no way Trump can win the primary. So like he's probably gonna run on his own and ruin the Republicans. And look how that turned out. Anyway, let me keep reading. Clinton did offer a suggestion to who the next Russian asset might be. Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard. Clinton said in an apparent reference to the Hawaii congresswoman, "I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on someone who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far." This is so stupid. When she says stuff like they are grooming her, it's one thing to say that the Russians are supporting her to get votes and to take votes away from the Democrats. That's crappy on its own. But to say that they're grooming her, which she probably doesn't mean it this way, but she's implying that she's involved with the Russians. Like when you say dangerous crap like that, it undermines the elections as a whole. And it hurts everybody. This is so stupid. It's people in these. It's the old style politicians who have been in these stupid two-party system for years, and they're just afraid of they're afraid of third-party candidates because it'll ruin the election because it takes votes away from them. During the Tuesday's presidential debate, Gabbard lashed out against New York Times article that noted she was frequently mentioned on Russian state media, a surprising trend given that she's polling in the low single digits. However, the Congresswoman had said she would not launch an independent presidential bid if she lost the Democratic nomination, which goes against what I said earlier. But I've seen back and forth on that, so don't know if that's true or not. But I've seen articles say both. Who knows? But they're trying to prevent that from being the case. Anyway, here's a follow-up from Ms. Gabbard. This is pretty great. It's a series of tweets. Great. Thank you, Hillary Clinton. You, the queen of warmongers, embodiment of corruption, and personification of the rot that has sickened the Democrat Party for so long and finally come out from behind the curtain. From the day I announced my candidacy, there has been a concerted campaign to destroy my reputation. We wondered who was behind it and why. Now we know. It was always you through your proxies and powerful allies in the corporate media and war machine, afraid of the threat I pose. It's now clear this primary is between you and me. Don't cowardly hide behind your proxies. Join the race directly. Come on. How can you not like that? Like, I don't even like Tulsi like that. She's definitely against the us leaving Syria. So at times she seems like a very I don't know. Tulsi's a candidate that I can appreciate because she has her own views. You know what I mean? She's not going to toe the entire party line, which is why this has become an issue. She's one of those people that have her own thoughts, and every position is different, and you can't just be like, she's a liberal Democrat. Everything they like, it's all down the line. That's her. That's been the criticism basically, and that's why this crap can get out. And this is just so harmful and so stupid. And I'm so tired of freaking Hillary Clinton. I just want her gone. I want her gone. I want her out of the. It's never gonna happen. But yeah, this is all right. She is the problem with the Democrat Party. She's the reason why they don't get new stars. She's supporting people like obviously Biden. I don't know if she supports Warren. But I know if she had a choice between Warren or anybody in the lower half, we know where it's going. And it has been a concerted effort. Even if the Russians threw all their support behind Ms. Gabbard, why does that matter? I still don't get it. I had a whole video down on just that. On what are you gonna do about it? This plays into that. If Russia wants to start sending out bots, or not even Russia, if it's what if I don't know, Greece starts putting all their support behind random or just even people. If some guy in Australia decides to make thousands of bots because he's good at it, and just to put out articles and videos and tweets and stuff about a candidate, what are you gonna do about it? This isn't like 1980s. You can't stop people from voicing their opinion. I don't get the criticism of outside. I get you don't want outside governments affecting the vote, but as long as they're not directly affecting hacking voting machines and stuff like that, I don't understand what you can do about it. All you can do is argue with the cases and get rid of fake and try and get rid of or minimize fake articles and stuff like that. And I mean totally fake articles, not opinion pieces. I mean saying Tulsi Gabbard stabbed a man or something like that. That's the best thing you can do. What are you going to control the internet? That's what it seems like it's trying to get to. I know it sounds like it's a conspiracy, but it seems an awful lot especially politicians. If you haven't watched it, it didn't get a ton of views. But if you haven't watched it, the video about Joe Biden trying to get Facebook to delete ads by President Trump and stuff like that, and that just plays into that. What are you gonna say? Every bad ad or everything that supports Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian bot, so just delete it, or a Greek bot, or a Japanese bot. Like, you're gonna get rid of these people's opinions. Like, it's so stupid. There's nothing you can do about it. all you can do is be right and give everybody a chance. If your argument is these lower grade, or I say lower grade, but out of the top 5 politicians who are trying to run for president, these guys who aren't polling that high in the first place, if you're just saying that they're the only way they can win or get support is Russian bots, like, I don't get it, man. It's hurting our democracy, this kind of stuff, and we need to be giving these people a chance. Anyway, that's enough of a rant. That was my first video. Got you guys come back, watch my other ones. I've got more coming up. Let me know your opinion on this one. Thank you. My name is Gavin Lee, and this is my channel, LeeCast. Thanks for watching. I put out videos most days on current events, politics, and more. Please subscribe and give me advice on more of what you'd like to see, and help me build this channel into not only a source for all things political and current for you, but also a place less polarized by political insanity. A whole lot more common sense and discussion, and a lot less two-party bias. Subscribe below and comment on what you'd like to see. Thank you.